Good morning, guys. I am indeed in my tent. Last night, by the time I finished eating dinner, the sun had gone down. And I turned on my headlamp and I had ants all over all of my stuff. And then I found like 4 quite large spiders crawling all over my back. So I was like, fuck this, and I ended up setting the tent up. And I found ants and spiders on everything this morning too, so just picked a bad spot, I guess. Look, a fucking spider right there. Anyway, I'm just getting breakfast started. I think we have 14 to the water, 14, 16, something like that. And as far as the rest of the day after we hit the water source, I'm not sure. It's going to probably be similar to yesterday, where we just get our water and then take whatever we can find. And today we will also hit 600 miles. I slept really good last night. I tried to edit yesterday's video and again was dozing off while I was doing it, so I'm still a day behind. Gonna definitely try to get caught up either sometime today or tonight. Hitting myself with a daily dose of sunscreen. The rash that I had is pretty much completely gone. I don't have anything else on my face either. Not sure what it was, but I need to try to pay attention, figure out if it comes back, what's causing it. There wasn't really any outfitters in Tehachapi where I could get decent hiking pants. There was a pair in the hiker box that I thought about stealing, but they were just a little too big for me. So still gonna keep an eye out for some pants. I also need to get a new filter at some point. I was planning on getting one at Kennedy Meadows. But I have to get like SIM cards and stuff shipped from Amazon at some point, so maybe I'll just add a filter in when I do that. Tick City, Tick City. Really glad that we sprayed our stuff before this stretch. Been hitting a lot of this grass. There's a horny toad. We're about 6.5 in for the day, so partway through the morning. We're gonna stop somewhere around 12 miles to have lunch, and then right after that is a 600-mile mark. And we saw some comments that from here to the 600-mile mark, different places this bear has been seen multiple times over the last couple days right on trail. So maybe we could possibly have a bear sighting today. We'll see. Stopped here for a little bit of a snack break and noticed I'm getting a little hole in one of my hip belt pockets. I don't know how the hell that would have happened. I must have caught it on something. Not the biggest deal. I can probably sell it whenever we're in town. But this hip belt, actually, you can see how tight it's all pulled. I may have to replace this at some point because of the weight that I've lost. Like, I'm not gonna be able to cinch it down much more. And I know I'm probably still going to lose a few pounds. When we were at Serenity's Oasis back before LA, I stepped on a scale and I was about 20 pounds down. I don't know if I said that or not, but I do imagine I'm going to lose a little more. I think on the AT I lost like 35, and I'd lost those 35 pretty early on. I mean, I sort of plateaued after that. Crazy how well they blend in. Hi, Bubba. The desert doesn't appear very deserty today. It's been beautiful. Getting the shade a little bit. Stopped for a lunch back there at that tent site, and after I ate, I was sitting there and I started to kind of like nod off, you know. Then I used my pack as a pillow, laid there for a minute and dozed in and out. And I said, man, if I don't get up, I'm gonna be down for the count. So we got moving. Chap said he's particularly tired today too. It's just strange, I don't know why. But yeah, I could freaking fall asleep walking right now if I wanted to. A lot of trail games going on here. Blowdowns and just messes that I gotta climb over. There's another one coming up here. Look, Chop's waiting for us. What's all this up there? We are at 600 miles on the dot. This one is dead on. Let's cross over. Woo! 600 miles. Stopped here for a little break and probably sat for an hour, I would say. I got a room booked for Ridgecrest. We're planning to be there Thursday. So this upcoming place where people hitch from to, you know, get the resupplies, there's like 4 different options. There's different towns that you can choose from. Ridgecrest seemed like the best option for us. Really cheap hotel rooms, finally getting some cheap rooms and everything that we need within walking distance. So we chose Ridgecrest, and there we will stay one night and get our resupply to last us till Kennedy Meadows. I also confirmed with them that they could accept Amazon packages because I am almost out of SIM cards, empty SIM cards, so I had to get a few more of those shipped out. I got those ordered. That's all squared away. Other than that, just really kind of moving slow today. I'm not sure why. It's not really a difficult day, you know, physically. We're just taking a lot of breaks and just kind of tired. I'm just really tired. The place we're planning to camp is, I think, about 7 miles from here. We should have water coming up in about 3 or 4. So I guess I should put y'all away and start moseying up the trail. I have to give 2 special shout outs today. First and foremost is to my mom. Thank you for your gift. I appreciate it and everything else you do for me, and I love you and I miss you. Second is Mr. Patrick G. You hooked me the fuck up. I appreciate you. I appreciate your kind words. And I hope you continue to watch, and I hope you get out here soon. I appreciate it. I'll say, despite feeling sluggish most of today, it's been quite beautiful. The weather's kind of perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. And once we got out of the wind this morning, we've been kind of mostly in the trees like this, and it's been really nice to be shielded from it for a little bit. It's getting late. It's 5:30. Still got a few miles to camp. Still a day behind on my editing that I have to try to catch up on tonight. So once I get to camp, it's going to be a scramble to get everything set up, get dinner going, get videos uploaded, and like all that stuff. Can't be dicking around at camp after you mosey down the trail all day. And there's a fucking, right there is a Goodyear tire, just in the middle of fucking nowhere, and it looks like pretty new. And I have a theory. There's some hikers that are characters, if you can imagine. And sometimes people like to carry really strange objects as a fun thing to do. For instance, I know of a gentleman who hiked, I think, the AT with a full-size traffic cone. I've also heard of someone hiking one of the trails with a leaf blower strapped to their pack. I remember meeting a guy who was carrying a log on his shoulder like this for the whole AT, just shit like that. So it's quite possible maybe a hiker carried that tire out here and just said fuck this and rolled it down the hill. I doubt that's what happened, but it would be kind of funny. As you can see, we have found home for the night. There's a bunch of people here. This puts us at somewhere around 18 for the day, which isn't as much as we would have liked to do, but we're fine. We've got plenty of food and we're not really in a rush. Still a little bit late, so I'm gonna try to, you know, scramble and catch up with some things. So unfortunately that means I'm probably gonna leave you for the night. I might have some clips of me eating or something per usual, but I think I'm gonna start editing and getting all that stuff together. So I hope everyone has a good night. Post Malone, I love you. Good night, everyone. See you in the morning. Good morning, y'all. Had a pretty good night. It got chillier last night than it has been, you know, for the past week or so. Had a little bit of condensation going on, but seems like my quilt's already starting to dry out a little bit, so I'm not too worried about it. I was able to get caught up with all my stuff, so I'm happy about that. Won't have to worry about it tonight. I can just hopefully go to bed early tonight. As far as today goes, it doesn't look like anything too noteworthy. We have a climb to start the morning as usual, and then we have a long descent, and then we go back up. So just a lot of long ups and downs, it looks like. Water is going to start getting even sketchier. It looks like we're going to have to start relying on some caches, which I hate to do, and they recommend that you don't do it, but otherwise, you know, there's like a 30-mile carry, and I don't even have enough capacity for 30 miles. So we're going to be hiking cache to cache, and hopefully the far out comments are accurate and there's still plenty of water there for us. But that's all I got for the moment. I'm going to finish up with breakfast and get rolling. Stopped here at this spring to get water for the next 7 miles. There's been a bunch of little like streams going near the trail. I didn't realize that this one was off the trail. This one sounded like the nicest one, but I had to walk a little bit to get it, so that was kind of stupid. Kind of a waste of time, but it is what it is. 7 miles to this road where there's supposed to be a water cache, and then that's our probably the last one for the day. And then tomorrow we have another cache that we have to try to hit. Been a beautiful morning. It warmed up a little bit, thankfully. Still kind of in the trees. Haven't really been exposed much at all. And I think we're still on this nice descent for a while. In case anyone has been wondering about Fireball, we heard from her yesterday, and chap gave her a call because she had left him a voicemail. And she picked up the phone and she was in a car. I said, where are you going? She said, I'm going rafting. Okay, so what about this wedding business? How does this fall into the plan of you know, catching back up with us? And she said she's not sure about the wedding now, but she's going rafting. So who knows what the fuck she's doing. I remember when she said goodbye to me before LA. I said, yeah, goodbye, you know, it was nice knowing you. She's like, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, there's like an 80% chance that we're never going to see each other again, because these plans, like, they never work out. Then we realized that she was going to get to Kennedy Meadows much earlier than we originally thought. So I texted her that day and I said, okay, now it's 87%. So now that she's doing all this rafting business and possibly not going home, I'm going to change it to, I'll say 68% chance I'm never seeing her again. We're about 1 mile away from Kelso Road, I think it's called, which is that first water cache. I'll probably stop there for lunch. That means that right now, probably at about 10.5 for the day, which is pretty good considering it's not even noon yet. Good bit of water out of here too. Yeah. Took lunch break back there at the water cache. That was nice, but there was absolutely no shade at all, and it's gotten quite hot today. I'm hauling 6 liters because we are like 15 from the next water, and I'm not doing 15 more today, so I'm gonna have to get me through camp tonight and tomorrow morning as well. The real issue tonight is going to be camp spots. I know there's a fairly large group of people just ahead of us and quite a few right around us. So we've kind of been camping with the same people each night, even though we don't see them at all throughout the day. But there's 2 small campsites around 7 and 8 miles from here. And then there isn't any other listed camping until 8 miles from there at the water source. So I know all the folks that camped around us last night are probably headed to the same spots we are, and they're not big spots. There's not room for all of us there, so maybe we'll have to try to do more stealth camping or something. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. It's all about who gets there first. I stopped just back there to take a break. I literally took 3 steps to the point where I could see around this tree, and then I see Chap here sitting on a picnic table. A picnic table that I didn't even know was up here. And my dumbass is just standing out here in the dirt. Stopped back there at the picnic table with Chap for a minute, and then we decided we only got, you know, like 2.5 more max to do today, so we might as well get it done. And we started moseying on. It's been beautiful today. It's just freaking hot, man. And I'm drinking water decently, but I don't think it's quite enough. I'm trying to conserve it too. This water stuff makes everything tricky. I'm excited for the Sierras, and at least that won't be a worry. We've got 20 other things we got to worry about in the Sierras, but water won't be one of them. Well, we've made it to this road, and I think this is where I'm going to set up my tent, right here on this little side path. It's not really a road, it's not a trail, but Chap's probably going to take that little spot. Got a really nice view here. And this puts us at a 20-mile day, 20 point something, I don't know. Which I'm happy about, 20-mile day, and we're at camp at a decent hour for once. So I will take it. Just above our camp here, you can kind of see the remnants of an old mine. Shit down there too. Down here, there's a little, where the hell is it? Right there. Little vehicle. Like some old car. Saw an old bus just beyond there farther. All right, everyone, I am a happy little hiker in my happy little tent. It started to get a little chilly, so I snuck in here. I'm gonna start getting settled in. We did 20.2 today, another good day, and we're gonna shoot for another 20 tomorrow. And it looks like there's multiple camping options, so hopefully that shouldn't be a problem. I'm surprised that no one else is up here at this spot, because we were around a bunch of people today. They must have all stayed at the little spot just down before here. But they can have it. This is a good one. We are 27 total from Walker Pass, which is how we will get into town. And I think Chap's working on a ride currently. Looks like we're gonna have a nice sunrise right over here in that direction. I'll be able to see it straight from my tent, so that is super cool. I'm excited for that. And that's about all I have for you today. I love you, Joe Rogan. Good fucking night. See you tomorrow.